The meeting in the Oval Office was closed to journalists, and the two leaders made no public remarks, though photographers were allowed into the room for a few seconds. Crown Prince Al Nahyan and President Obama are key allies in the Persian Gulf, and the UAE is one of only 2 Arab states to send warplanes to the NATO-led military offensive on Libya. Qatar is the other.
Look, the U.S. has pretty warm relations with the UAE. As it does with virtually every state on the Arabian Peninsula in the Persian Gulf region.
The UAE has also sent hundreds of troops to Bahrain in order to intensify a brutal crackdown on revolutionary people and human rights activists, in collaboration with Saudi and Bahraini forces. The Crown Prince and the President met at the White House with little fanfare, no questions from journalists, while they discussed political instability in the Middle East and Northern Africa and how the U.S. and the UAE would cooperate. They both realized there's much at stake. Critics say Washington shows different attitudes to Arab autocracies in North Africa and far more strategically important Persian Gulf oil states and allies, such as the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain. That's part of the reason Joe Stork of Human Rights Watch says he'd like to see the president take a tougher approach on the UAE when it comes to human rights violations,
particularly in terms of detention of people who've been arrested and now charged with serious crimes simply because they criticized the ruling family, they criticized the system of government, they asked for some form of democratic accountability. You know, people all over the region, the Arab region and the Persian Gulf region, have been doing this.
According to a U.S. State Department human rights report, the UAE violates several fundamental practices. For example, the UAE doesn't hold democratic elections, and citizens' political activities are severely limited. Experts say the UAE has abused people in custody and denied citizens the right to a speedy trial and access to counsel in some cases. Colin Campbell, Press TV, the White House.